right, let's do an update. All right, guys, so we are inside my 1993 JZA80 Supra. It's been a long time since I've been in this cockpit, a very long time. I remember it being this big, honestly, but it's been like almost 3 years since I've driven this car. Yeah, almost 3 years, so it's been a minute. So I bought this car in January 2015, and I bought it with an automatic, and I ended up swapping over to the V160 6-speed. For everybody who's been with me for a long time, actually it's not really that many people, but I made a video on this car a couple of years ago, and kind of went through the basics, but this is just an update kind of video for everybody that's brand new here. So I've done a lot with this car. We made a lot of videos. I made videos with C0 Media, Initial P, so on and so forth. There's tons of videos on this car on YouTube, so you can check those out. This car, it didn't have this steering wheel. I actually got this steering wheel out of a Toyota BB, which is the Scion XB in the States. And I received a couple of comments asking me to do a full walk around on this car. I will definitely do that, but first, after it gets resprayed and we finish the coil packs and everything like that, I'll do a proper walk around. With this right here, this is just to serve as an update. So when I first got this car, it was extremely ugly. It had the veil side kit on it. We all know what that looks like. All this trim was blue. This was an automatic, and it had the ugliest veil side wheel that I've ever seen in my life. It did have the stock seats in it when I first got it, but I got these seats from a friend of mine who had them in his Soar. So these are actually OEM Recaros that were an option with the Soar and stuff like that. I know damn good well that's not a spider web in here. It damn sure is. Anyways, so these are actually factory seats. See, so these right here, I actually had these put in here, had these cut and put in here. I might get another door panel to put on there because there's no airbag in this model. That one is actually my air fuel, which I don't need anymore because I have a Link ECU and stuff. That one is my boost controller, so I control the boost there, but I want a more cleaner look. So I may put those somewhere else and replace the door, or I may not. I do like that retro look with these gauges and stuff like that. These pods were actually in here when I bought the car, but of course I had this one put. I'm getting rid of this. This AEM does not read right. It never has since I've had it. All these are Defi gauges that were new a couple of years ago, about 2 years ago, so those won't be going anywhere anytime soon. This car does have the very rare and extremely expensive TRD 320 cluster that came with the car. That has been in here the entire time that I've had it, so it's nice to actually have a little piece of history there. There's proof that this car was automatic, and when I reverse it does beep, but it's okay. It's kind of a throwback to how things were before, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I got the entire swap from a friend of mine who was going to Germany at the time, so I had him sell me the entire swap, and then that's what we did with this right here. There's people walking around and looking at me crazy, so we have a couple of parts here. I apologize, guys, for this huge mess and the car being so dirty and it not moving and spiders and stuff like that, but I just wanted to give you guys something, you know, because I've been asked about the Supra quite a few times, and it's still here. Haven't sold it, never will sell this car ever. So there's panels. These are the smart coils and stuff like that. Why is there a cream tea bottle in here? I don't know. These are the coil packs that'll be going on top of smart coils. So with this wider mirror on there. I'm not changing anything with the interior at all. It's gonna stay exactly the way it is. I mean, it's gonna be a lot more clean, but other than that, it's gonna stay like this. I like the Japanese Supras because they all have the gray carpet, and a lot of the Supras in the States have the tan interior, and I just don't like the tan interior, so that's just me though. Yeah, so all this was all blue when I first got it. It was absolutely hideous. It really was. It was atrocious. I may insert photos into this video, or I may not. Depends on if I can find those old pictures. I do have them sitting around somewhere just for old time's sake, so just for something to laugh at. I have the garage BB spoiler, big Wayne gang, the FD in front of me. It's the same big spoiler, and we will go under the hood and I will go over the setup. And you do need to take these chrome pedals off of here because they came with the swap. So driving with the swap, it's okay. Everything is OEM, nothing custom made. So it feels exactly like an OEM swap Supra should, or OEM Supra with a 6-speed manual should. This is my absolute favorite transmission. A lot of people say the S2000 shifter is the best, but for me the Supra is absolutely amazing. Every time when you shift, it's like pure butter. It really is. It's amazing. This is the most expensive OEM shift knob ever. I think the GTR R34 might be a little bit more expensive, but this one is really expensive. So OEM parts for these cars are just astronomically stupid. We're gonna talk about this real quick. So this car, when I first bought it, had the Veil Side body kit on it, and with the Veil Side body kit, the front, this car had active aero when it was brand new, believe it or not, and that's what this part right here is. See, it says spoiler, and what it does is when you have it turned on, it blinks because it's not there anymore. I absolutely cannot believe that somebody had that factory OEM active aero, which is extremely rare and extremely expensive nowadays, and they took it off for a Veil Side bumper. But that's what the style was in the early 2000s, right? So I mean, I guess we can't really do too much and get too mad about things, but geez, that is such a bad decision. Oh my god. But yeah, this car, when I first got it, it was bad. It really was. This was before I had the ability to buy from the auction. So the salesman at the used car dealership was even telling me to not buy this car. He was like, that thing is nasty. Just wait until a better shaped car comes along, which one probably will. But I didn't want to wait. This was the only Supra available at the time because I got it in Okinawa, and I just went with it. So, yep, sometimes it's better to just take a risk on things, and I think it paid off. I absolutely love this car. It was so cheap when I bought it too. Like, if I had to buy one of these now, I wouldn't be able to afford it because they're so expensive. This car was only $4,800 US from the auction, believe it or not. I got it from a used car dealership, but when I found out the price of it, we came to a agreement, we came to a deal, and I won't say the name of the dealership because part of the deal was, even though it was 5 years ago, they said that I wouldn't be able to say the name of the dealership or anything for that, and I don't want to put them on blast or anything. And since then, they don't sell sports cars anymore, so it's all good. They did me a really huge favor, so I'm just holding up my end of the bargain and not tell anybody because they told me to not tell anybody. So yeah. one last topic, because I've been sitting here for quite a bit, and I'm sure you guys are tired of seeing the same old thing. One thing I want to talk about, what the biggest differences between this car and the R34 is definitely the cockpit. Everything is aimed towards you. In this car, it feels like a F-18 fighter jet in here, whereas the R34, it doesn't. It's very, you can tell that it's a economical car, for or what I'm trying to say is it's a economy car with a sports car type of feel. That one is not. It does not have the higher trim on it or anything like that, but you can just tell that it's an economy car, whereas this car, you can absolutely tell that it was manufactured 100% from the factory to be a sports car. Well, guys, she has definitely seen better days, that's for sure. This car hasn't ran in almost 3 years. It's time to bring her back to life, for sure. I put my turbo blanket back on. Everything still looks like it's in good shape, though. Well, my, looks like my cap is leaking. Yeah, it looks like it's leaking. I have to fix that. But everything is still here, as it was when I left. But don't worry, guys, we're gonna bring her back to life for sure. So yeah, guys, that's my 1993 Toyota Supra RZ. Appreciate you guys watching, and I apologize how this was filmed. It's very, very tight, and it's hard to get a good angle in here, but I'm glad you guys get to see how she is now, because it's not going to be like this forever, and we're going to restore her to her former glory. We're going to get new tires, we're going to fix the oil leak, get the body work done, and we're going to get back out to the racetrack and hit some time attack sessions. And you guys didn't get to see the version 1 and 2 of Candace, so I'm glad that you guys are now being able to join me and see the end result, because it's going to make a world of difference. So that car over there, the R34, you guys are going to see the entire build from beginning to end, and that's what I've always wanted to document, but unfortunately I just couldn't with this car when I first bought it and how it is now, because there was a lot going on back in life then, and then I didn't even think about like YouTube back then, filming and stuff like that. So it's going to be a whole lot of fun with her here, and I'm going to let a friend of mine take her for a week, because he doesn't like Supras. He doesn't like Supras at all, so I'm going to try to convince him to change his mind. Kino, yeah, I'm talking to you, buddy. So you're going to live with Candace for a week, but I'm going to try to convince him to take her and do a video series on that. And that would be really cool for him. And maybe he might like Supra, so he's trying to change his mind. So from the stereotypical online and Supra life, 1,000 horsepower, Mickey Thompson, TRD wing, the basic starter pack of Supra. So there's a whole lot more to Supras than just that, for sure. So, but all right, guys, I appreciate you watching, and let me know what you guys think about Candace and where to go from here. And I hope you guys enjoyed it.